Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 4-3-2-1 edition of Twin Brothers from Different Mothers.
People get married today. A lot of people get married.
And you know what? Good for the industry here in town.
4-3-2-1.
4-3-2-1, the countdown to God knows what. Neil Portnoy. I'm Aaron Phillips, and our studio is packed today. We are packed. We have a load. This show is so loaded that we shouldn't eat any more matzah. Yeah, we're breaking. Today's the last day of Passover.
Bodega bagels.
Bodega bagels. Yeah, we have full everything. We have a whole bag. They're hot. They're hot in the bag. We have so much going on that we're not even really going to talk too much about news and highlights, except for the fact that $1,000. Another unemployment claim can be closed. So we can look at it that way. I love when folks are in the studio. It just gives us a whole different energy. I'd ask you to talk, but your mouth is full.
I'm eating bagels.
All right.
Bodega bagels.
Bodega bagels. Yes. Chef Sonia, our second guest, will be joining us. But more importantly, the return. Yes, today's the last day of Passover. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for everybody watching. Our guest today, a friend of the show's, somebody we've had on a number of times. But with all that's going on in the world right now, financially, business-wise, and whatnot, Mr. Rob Goldstein joins us again. He is the author of a book called Taking Charge of Your Debt and Credit. Let's see where I can. There we go. All right, there. That's his book. Available on Amazon.
He's even got his name on it.
He does. Well, it's wonders what you can do with pen and markers, right?
Right.
You can put your name on anything. Right. So, good to see you, bud.
Nice to see you.
Been a while.
Nice to see you. Good to see you both.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good.
Actually, and everybody here on the show.
Listen, we have a lot of fun with Rob when he's here. But we also talk serious stuff.
Well, you know what? I'm glad we brought him back because now with interest rates and a new administration in and all of that stuff that has to deal in the financial industry, today we're going to have him on speaking, Aaron, about PPP loans and the EIDL loans, more for the business side of stuff, because obviously businesses have needed help with all going on with the pandemic. But there's a lot of pros and cons and issues and things, and our man Rob's going to share his knowledge, his vet. Exactly. Uh-oh. That should be his theme song every time. Every time he speaks, when he's ready to say something, I want to hear that tune. It's like E.F. Hutton.
Exactly. When Rob talks, you should listen. Listen, I've been around enough of around this man and shared knowledge with him. He knows his stuff. Anyway, all right. So first of all, Rob.
No fun today, right?
No, this will be fun. We'll make it. You always make it fun.
Great.
All right. It's like an alien's going to land.
Best matzah I've ever eaten.
Best matzah? Yeah. Just don't put it. I got to tell you a story one day in timeshare. A friend of mine, Jew.
Yeah.
We were celebrating. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You know how we digress.
His name was Jew?
Yeah, it was Jew.
Oh.
So we were having an Easter buffet. Everybody's bringing stuff in at our timeshare team, but it was also Passover. So what did I bring in? A box of matzah. My buddy, a fellow member of the tribe, took a slice of ham, put it on the matzah. And I looked at him and I said, I want your Jew carrying card right now. You're being thrown out. You're out. Okay.
Do you know what the Jewish dilemma is, don't you?
What is?
Ham on sale.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
Very good. Very good.
You opened that door.
I know. Well, that's okay.
Well, open the other door and let's get into this. I want to learn about the alliteration PPP.
Hi, Diana. Yes. All right. Let's talk about the differences, first of all, between the loan. The PPP is a loan, and the EIDL is a grant.
No.
Well, that's what it says here. EIDL grant FAQs. I'm taking it right off your website.
No, that's EIDL is a loan.
Okay. Let me change the word on your flyer then.
It's already been changed.
Oh, great. So how come I got the old version here, Alex?
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Okay.
We're really in the dark today.
Wow. All right. So let's talk about the differences.
Okay. First of all, PPP is a payroll protection program.
Right.
It's made for businesses that have payroll in one form or another. They could be direct W-2s or even 1099s.
Okay.
But it's businesses to support them while everybody's going through whatever we're all
Is there a
going through.
special interest rate that they get with these loans?
It's a low interest rate, and it can be converted to
Sounds
a grant
like a TV
very easily.
commercial. Low. You know that one that goes, never mind. Go
Okay,
ahead.
it can be converted to a grant. So I kind of really categorize it as a grant because it's a loan that is easily convertible as long as you substantiate it.
And what do you mean by substantiate?
Yeah.
You have to use that money for payroll or outside, services, for labor services. At least 75% of that money has to be used for that.
But you got to pay it back.
You have to pay it back down the road. But if you submit your spreadsheet
Right.
of what you paid out,
Yeah.
then it should be converted to a grant.
Because I know as a small business in Las Vegas, we got a grant during all the thing at the gallery, and we don't have to pay it back. It was a grant.
It's you got a different product.
Was that the SBA loan?
No, that's
No,
no.
no loan.
There's
It's
community
grant.
grants.
Okay.
So we'll talk about all those, or talk a little bit about all those.
All right.
But for right now, for PPP, it's payroll protection program. It's to
Right.
pay people that do work for you, and as long as you substantiate it, it will be converted to a grant.
Okay. Now, it's funny because our producer put a message up on our prompter. One of the things we were talking about before we went on the air was that there's a lot of fraud going on with this stuff.
Oh no!
You know, well, that's what I heard. Where's my money? I mean, I've been hearing through the grapevine.
Do
but-
not.
Well, they buy
condone-
fancy cars and
Boats.
vacation homes.
Right,
And, yeah.
right.
We know someone very prominent that bought a beautiful yacht.
Yeah.
But we don't want to go there.
No names.
Okay,
No
no
name
names.
calling.
No names. But I will tell you this.
Neil
You- you-
Portnoy.
Yeah.
What's
that
going
falls
on?
under Portnoy's complaint.
That's correct.
Okay. So basically, it's got to be used for legitimate purposes. The biggest problem that I see is that last year a lot of people took advantage of that, submitted phony claims, phony applications, and they bought cars and yachts and all this other things that were not appropriate. And actually, the government is going after those people. We don't know what the percentages of people that will get busted, but it is against what I promote, and I won't do work for that.
Do they have to pay like depreciation because like they buy a fancy car and they drive it out the driveway and it's $30,000 less?
702-329-6947. Press number 1 to come into the studio if you are a business owner and you have a question particular to any of these programs that Rob can possibly address. But if your situation is such that he can't address it in a quick answer, how do people call you to get more details?
702-701-2992.
Okay, so money specific to so what's the difference between these two type of loans?
The
Let's talk
PPP
about
again
that.
is for
Right, it's
is
the
for
payroll
businesses.
stuff.
Now, it could be, by the way, you could have your own sole proprietorship business and still do that. However you are formed, it's okay, as long as you're using it for the right purposes. And I won't take on applications that don't have the paperwork, the documentation, or doing anything.
Rob, is there a limit on that? I mean, you can only take on 30. It's allowed for only 100 businesses. Or is this generally open to small
It's open, and
business?
it's also been renewed. It's also been renewed of, hey, I just saw my old picture playing the guitar up here. It's open for businesses. It's been reopened again for 2 more months.
And they can reach out to you and you will walk them through the process?
Not
whether
only
they
do I walk them through the
qualify or-
process, I actually do that's a great question. I actually do the application for them because they're extremely complicated. These portals that you have to go through are very sensitive, and I do the work for them. That people retain me to do the work for them, I do the work for them.
So what's different about this for you, because normally in the past we've talked about where if someone wants to negotiate with the IRS because they owe them money, you go in like a power of attorney, represent them to settle the situation. Here now you're doing something where you're helping folks get off in the right foot by
Correct.
helping them with the applications and
So in
make
other
sure
words,
they're
Aaron,
on the straight and narrow.
I'm asking for a friend. I love that line. a small business, like our next guest, or a small business.
Or the studio.
Like an art studio?
No, I'm not talking about me, but
Or a
like,
broadcast studio?
like a new restaurant that might be opening. Or they need a new location. There's no cash fund. They're looking for a distribution outlet. Are they a prime candidate to come to you and say, Rob, do I qualify for something like this? And over time span, what are the numbers? Is it financially a good situation for me to reach out to you and get involved?
That is a multifaceted question.
I like those.
So first let me say to you that on a PPP, they have to have been in business last year. There's a formula, and the formula really comes down to 2.5 months worth of the wages you pay out.
Okay.
That's really how it comes. That's to make a long story short.
Okay.
And they have to have proof. They have to have verification. They have to have tax returns. They have to have everything in
A
line.
lot of paperwork.
Yes, and I go through that all with them, and I submit it all for them, and so forth.
Now,
Now-
the EIDL loan. We've talked about the triple P. Now let's go to EIDL.
EIDL loan is for the economic injury disaster. It's a much simpler process. I also do that for my clients. It's a much simpler process. They have to be able to demonstrate that they've had economic impact
Sure.
from last year.
Sure.
And you can also get it, a second time around. Both of these on the PPPs. If you got it last year, you could get it again this year.
Interesting. I
And
didn't
then
know
the
that.
EIDLs, you can, if you got it last year, you could also get it, but it's a different process.
So if you get funded for the EIDL, what limitations, if any, are there for use of those funds versus what the PPP says?
It's for carrying yourself through,
Personally?
your
Or the
business and
busi-
your personal.
So it's general funding.
It's general funding if you can show economic impact.
Gotcha. Well,
Interesting. So if you don't
having
get
no income.
if you don't get COVID, you can get EDMIL thing. or-
EIDL.
yeah, that one too.
Buy a vowel.
Idle.
I'd like to buy 2 vowels. And
Idle.
If you don't get
Very
that,
good.
isn't it like that electronical show that comes into Vegas, that music thing? What do they call that? ED? Something?
EDC.
These letters are really confusing
No, the Electric
me.
Daisy Carnival, not the EDM. What is the
yeah, that
EDM?
music
EDC.
thing.
EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival.
Yeah.
Right. He said EDM. Our producer.
Let me ask you this, Ron, because let's get
it's
back
too easy
to
to go off
reality.
on tangents
Now,
on
let's
this
get
show.
back to reality. So,
Reality?
what is the
Who's
time
reality?
span once somebody contacts you and says, look, I want to know if I qualify for either one of these. Can you give me a timeline where I get money?
I could generally give you an approximation,
Okay.
but no guarantee of what what you could get. I could do the pre-sorting.
Jewish
The
thing.
pre-sorting. It's like the what?
A Jewish thing. I can't give you a guarantee, but go
Oh, no,
ahead.
okay.
I digress.
Didn't we say no religion on this show?
I know, but I
Okay, can't help yourself.
He tries to get close to the border with those
Yeah,
things.
I understand there, but he understood the ham joke.
So yeah, I did. So if somebody comes to you and says, "Look, you know what? Here's my information." You look at them and say, "Well, you definitely qualify," and I go back to you and say, "Well, when might I expect the process? How long does it?"
Last year, it was an extremely quick process.
Yep.
It was almost like you do your application, you get funded like quickly. Because of all the misappropriations, am I using that
That's good.
good word?
That's a good word.
Instead of saying the F word?
Fraud. Go ahead.
Okay.
Misappropriations.
They're taking a longer time.
Different F word that I was thinking.
I've had clients in the process, they get funded, but once we complete all the applications, it could take 2, 3, 4 weeks before they realistically get funded.
Okay.
I can't sit there and say you put in your application and the same day you get a check.
Is it a direct deposit? Or
It's
they
a
send-
direct deposit.
It is a direct
Yes.
deposit. Okay.
And I make sure I always put in my account
Your calculations.
my account number. No.
Your account number. Nice. Nice.
So based on
That was a joke.
Based on the misappropriation, if someone knows of a business that got funded but is not doing the things they should be with it, how does someone report fraud?
Don't you dare.
Well,
I'm sorry. Shh. I'm asking for a friend.
last year I caught a couple of people doing that, and I called up the people that I deal with at the various agencies,
okay.
and I pulled the plug on those applications.
So what agency actually overruns
SBA.
the Small Business Association? Okay, gotcha.
And I'm going to go into your other question in a minute, but once we're done with the
We'll do
EIDL.
it now.
Okay, we can do it now. First of all, the SBA itself, past the PPP and the EIDLs, have opened up fundings for businesses. The 504 and the 7A,
Right.
and all those type of things.
MOUSC.
So,
It's a good thing you took the singing lessons money and put it into
Didn't work.
markers.
It didn't work.
I'm working on a lot of those as well too. They're funding purchases of businesses. Helping businesses get funding for acquisitions and for inventory, buying real estate for your businesses, all those type of things. They are very prosperous right now.
Notice he's trying to pick his words very
Well,
carefully.
in doing it artfully,
Right.
I might say.
Coming from an artist.
A lot of properties now, for instance, in Las Vegas, real estate market's gone crazy. All right.
Yes.
because- so does that hurt someone who might be looking to purchase a
Not at all.
commercial property?
I think it's because they're looking for usually it's to purchase business property.
Sure.
So it's generally business related. Again, you could be a sole proprietor, you could be a corporation, you could be a LLC. But when I talk to you about whatever these programs are, you need to know who you are. You need to know if you're a sole proprietor or an LLC or a
Correct.
corporation and all those type of things. You need to have all your ducks in a row and all your documents. Also, getting back to your original question, your original multifaceted question, is that every area every town, every county, every city has their own form of community funding, community development funding, and other grants that are available. So they have it here in Las Vegas. For example, Right now, they've opened up for entertainment shows. People have entertainment venues.
Right.
By the way, anybody out there has an entertainment venue, call me. So
We know just a few.
so entertainment, is this an entertainment venue?
This is, but we have connections in some of the
Mark
venues
Chinook at the Space.
that actually have venues.
Because right now you have standing room only.
Right.
Okay.
All right, real quickly, because we're up against it for me, and I don't mean to cut you off. Phone number where people can call you and a website.
702-701-2992. My website is rgoldsteinconsulting.com.
Dan, we just got a question on the teleprompter.
I know, that's what I've been reading.
And I will say, to answer the question very quickly for that friend, no, he's not an accountant. But if you screwed up with the IRS already, he can go in and help settle the situation.
I have a member.
A liaison.
I'm a liaison. Yeah, I have a
Yes.
member of my team that's an enrolled agent, and he can deal with the IRS for all those type of things. And
Right.
I've got lots of little secrets.
Listen, I've done shows with Rob in the past, and we got some of them here, where he shared some of those testimonial stories. All right. Good news is before we went on the air, Rob and I were talking about relaunching a show for him, so coming real soon. Rob and his knowledge will be available to share at much greater depth, and we're very thankful that you were able to come in and share some of that knowledge regarding these loans. Folks, be careful. If you're not sure, just give Rob a call. I mean, if you're going to have your house painted, why call a plumber? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I
Rob's
did
the
wrong.
painter of the painter house painting thing.
All right. I solve all the problems. I explore all options.
We're going to go to a commercial break, but before we do that, I'm going to do a live read for this is the last weekend for the writer stuff. So instead of the camera on me, why don't you put the camera in our DJ booth with a nice fancy Easter look or whatever you feel like doing so that we see if she's even paying attention over there. All right. The Henderson Writers Group functions by the motto, writers helping writers. And that's just, they do this every spring with the Las Vegas Writers Conference. Now, the conference offers 3 days. I'm waiting for the screen to change. Why is it still on me? Now he's got her looking like me? That's terrible. 3 days of comprehensive workshops and panel discussions covering every aspect and genre of writing fiction and nonfiction, whether you want to pitch your work to an agent, set up a marketing platform, or simply learn the ins and outs of self-publishing. The Las Vegas Writers Conference has what you need. And for only $149, you're getting the best bang for your buck. You're going to get keynote speaker LaToya Smith, pitch agents and publishers, receive one-on-one mentoring, and much more. Please visit the LasVegasWritersConference.com. The conference is this week, April 8th through the 10th. Sign up, because if you can't watch it on those days, they are recording it, and you have 2 weeks that you can still follow up and watch it. LasVegasWritersConference.com. That's Neil. I'm Aaron. Thank you, Rob. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
We know radiant, healthy skin reflects how you look and feel, especially in the desert. Hand and Stone Spa at Silverado Ranch offers facial services provided by licensed estheticians tailored for men, women, and teens. This also includes a maintenance program to enjoy your clear and beautiful complexion between regular appointments. We also offer exfoliation facials and LED light phototherapy, which will give a result of firmer skin and a smoother texture. It also diminishes fine lines, wrinkles, and dark spots, resulting in a more luminous skin. Call 702-941-7833 and put your skin into our hands.
Pay attention, because I'm only going to say this once. I that up. Go live. All right, I'll say something else. I want you to tune in to Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. They got their own show called Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. It's 12 o'clock noon every Saturday. You can't miss this show. This is going to be great. Don't let me come knocking on your door 3 o'clock in the morning, because you know I will.
When you think of relaxation, do you think of a massage? If not, you should. Las Vegas Hand and Stone Massage at Silverado Ranch provides professional spa experiences at affordable rates. You will be enveloped in soothing sounds and aromas on your way to total relaxation. De-stress with our full-body massage to relieve tension, soothe tired muscles, and temper migraines. You can select from many options, including CBD, deep tissue, sports, and our signature hot stone massage. Call 702-941-7833 and start de-stressing today.
What the hell is that? I'm ready to drum, and I'm hearing George Harrison in my headset. Welcome back to Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. I'm Aaron Phillips. Neil Portnoy is getting our guests settled. We'll have Chef Sonia here momentarily. I want to thank Rob Goldstein. Great guy. A lot of knowledge, folks, whether it's about the business loans that we were talking about or anything along the line. For personal whatever, he is your guy that can definitely help you out. Okay. So we got a lot going on today. Chef Sonia, she is 35 plus years. She's been a chef in the culinary industry. She has Rooster Boy Cafe up in Desert Shores, and she has Bodega Bagels downtown, and she was kind enough to bring some samples in for us. That's what Neil and I have been breaking the cardinal rule of radio. You usually don't eat on air, but we've been known to break that rule with pizza and all sorts of other goodies that folks have been bringing us. By the way, I got a message in the chat room from Terry Haley, Sugar Shack, one of our great supporters here. Tomorrow, Easter Sunday. By the way, happy Easter, everybody. Is celebrating, and happy last day of Passover for everybody as well. But I was fortunate enough to be her subject of interview this past week, and that show will be dropping on her Facebook page. You'll look for the link on my page, her YouTube channel, and my interview with Terry, or Terry's interview with me is really the way it should be, will be dropping tomorrow, and I'm excited to see that out there. So that'll be fun. Hopefully she'll be able to call in a minute or two or three or four, and she'll be able to chat with us. So we are about ready to welcome Chef Sonia to the airwaves here at Twin Brothers as they rejoin us here on set. Thank you for tuning in. As always, you can catch us on the Go Live Vegas mobile app if you're moving about town. Of course, right here on Go Live. Also, LinkedIn will now be a new platform that you'll be able to catch us on soon as well. So we'll be up to 9 platforms. Your platform of choice. You will be able to catch Twin Brothers from Different Mothers, your favorite twins. Although we look a lot alike, that's as far as it goes. I got the looks, he got the age. Welcome back.
Wait a minute. How'd
Oh,
that
you
happen?
should have heard what else I said while you were gone.
God.
All right, we ready to rock and roll?
We're ready.
We're ready. All right. Well, since you've known Sonia longer than I have, why don't you introduce our guest?
Chef Sonia is a world-renowned culinary giant in the industry, having worked in multiple countries worldwide, speaks 3 different languages that I know of. She speaks a Spanish-type thing, English.
Spanish-type thing?
Yeah, I don't know. And
What
then
the heck
I
is
taught
that?
I taught her Dorothy because we have
Oh,
breakfast
okay.
there. Yeah, so
Gotcha.
she's learning Dorothy. I am too, by the fact. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Neil.
Couple things. There's a place in Desert Shores in the
Yes,
little shopping
which
plaza
I mentioned, yes.
called Rooster Boy.
Yep.
Cafe.
Yep.
We corrected the word cafe instead of granola because she's world renowned for the granola.
But it was in her
I know
bio,
it was
and
in
it
her
still
bio.
is on her Facebook
Yeah,
page.
Then
no, we
opened
still
up
have granola.
and then opened
Sorry.
up downtown.
Yes.
On Fremont and 10th area
Yeah.
called the Bodega Bagel. No S. Bodega Bagel.
Well, how do you only have one bagel?
Well, you can't. That's the problem.
That's what I'm wondering. Bodega
Her
bagel.
just unbelievable.
Yes, we're munching on
New York
them.
bagels.
We are breaking every cardinal rule in radio and television. That's eating during a show set. Although I did tell the audience we've done pizza and stuff during a show too, so why not bagels?
Yeah, well, these are just.
So we're just going to call you Chef Sonia.
Correct.
Is that good?
Yeah, great.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming in today. We
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
My wife and I stopped by there once, months and months and months ago. I know Neil
Were
and
we
Dorothy.
nice to you?
Oh, you were? No, absolutely were. We enjoyed. We sat outside while we ate. You have that little patio area right
Mm-hmm.
in front. Because the facility is not huge. It's not a 100-seat place.
Very
It's like
tiny.
You got a couple of tables inside, maybe.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But then you have the open little patio area over there.
Correct.
So how long have you had the business there?
We've been in Desert Shores for 2.5 years.
Okay. All right. Listen, Desert Shores is a very established area of town. And obviously, it's one of those kind of communities where you know you're going to have that regular business base. I know when Neil and Dorothy don't show up, I know you send him get well cards because you miss his meals there, right?
I get 12 texts.
I know. Where are
When
you?
the hell
Right? We got
showed
your
up?
breakfast ready.
I
There's a
got your
bleep
bagel.
word in the middle there
Oh, it's a bleep word.
for Neil.
I didn't include it.
You can.
Where the fuck are you?
There
Neil?
you go.
That's what I get.
Well,
Thank
listen,
you.
this is the internet, we're not regulated. All right. So over 35 years. right over 35 or so years you've been in the culinary industry.
Yes.
How'd you get started? I mean, that's the basic question. I'm always intrigued.
My mother is an amazing an amazing cook at home. And then I grew up in Beirut in Lebanon where
Okay.
everything is around food.
Sure.
And I started cooking with her at a very young age, and it was great.
Are all those recipes that your mom cooked that you follow, they written down because that generation never
We
really wrote?
do. My aunt Sonia did a cookbook already
Oh,
with
okay.
all her recipes, and then I have my mother's written somewhere else.
Gotcha. Because a lot of folks from like my grandparents' generation and back,
Sure.
they never wrote anything. It was just like a
Yeah.
pinch of this. They did it to taste.
Agree.
Right? And so my wife now who wants to duplicate some of these recipes, she can't because they were never written down.
Well, we would go in, Dorothy and I, for a simple, it's called sunshine. Mm-hmm. It's 2 eggs over easy. She does this amazing thing with the potatoes and other stuff. And Dorothy and I will sit there and go, how the hell does she make eggs taste like this?
Well,
just incredible. Talk
we
about
use
that.
organic eggs from Desert Bloom Eco Farm. They're an amazing farm. And for me, a breakfast restaurant has to have great coffee and amazing eggs. And the eggs are organic, and I wouldn't eat anything else.
and
So
lox, of course.
And lox, of course. That's the other one. But it's hard. I love my clientele, and I love everybody loves everything, and they want to get it at the same place. And then it's like, wait, you got to go downtown. So now we're teaching everybody, and I know that Neil has been a very good supporter. He goes to both venues, so
Yeah,
thank
I do.
you.
I love it.
And I think for me, food is a definite communication. Mm-hmm. When pre-COVID, we used to do pop-up dinners inside the
Right.
restaurant, which was amazing. And I'd like to do them again, but now you have to bring your own group. Call us, let us know you want to do a dinner. You could be 6 people, 8
Gotcha.
people.
But you also have the
as long
advantage
as you
of-
know each other.
You can go in the back and set up right on the
We
lake.
can. You just have to make a reservation
Sure.
with us and see if it's available because the venue does weddings as well.
Sure. Yeah, so again, that's every business has been affected by the COVID shutdown and how businesses have had to rework their
Sure.
business model. And, how you're adjusting to that. It's great that businesses can still continue to succeed and do what they do and what they love to do, even now with new business models.
Where did the brainchild, you, come up with Bodega Bagels? Bagel.
Bagel.
Did it again.
And how long has it been open?
Okay, so Bodega Bagel, I've always liked the name, and I started making bagels in Belgium. I opened up a coffee shop called Another Spoon. I worked at another roadside attraction, and
It's not just you,
opened
Neil. Don't worry
and
about
I
it.
opened a place called Spoonful Diner. So the Spoonful Diner, I started making bagels, and this is over 32 years ago.
We're being yelled at by the wife about eating on the desk. We'll clean up after ourselves, Raquel.
So I started making bagels there because I missed having a coffee shop.
Sure.
And then I was talking to some of the clients, and there were a lot of expats that lived in Belgium at the time. And so I said, hey, I'd love for my friends in New York to know what I'm doing and what I'm up to. And lo and behold, there was an article in the Sunday New York Times in the style section, and it was called The Bagel Lands in Belgium.
Wow.
So that was a great,
Wow.
and that's how the bagel thing started. And so for a long time, I've been making
Now,
bagels.
you opened up Bodega on Fremont Street, world renowned.
in the Vegas Test Kitchen.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
it's the Vegas Test Kitchen. Dorothy and I love going there because we were hesitant, what is she doing? Downtown? Where the hell is... And we drove up, and it's in this self-standing business with a courtyard, and there are multiple chefs within the test kitchen. And talk a little bit about that whole concept.
It's great. So Jolene reached out to the downtown, to Ferguson's, and said that she had a great idea to get all of us together. And for us chefs, or that for some that don't have a home to start business in, so it's a great way to test out everything you like. So there is sushi down there by Slice. There's Nina Manchev, who has Forte. She has Banichka, which is a Bulgarian snacks, bread, breakfasts. And then there's This Mama's House by Christina, which is Vietnamese. And then Yukon Pizza, which is
All under
pizza,
one roof.
all under one roof. And there's alcohol, so you can have a really good time.
But the
Hey,
great
everybody
thing-
wants a drink on a weekend.
I'll
I'm
tell
sorry.
you, the great thing about it is the vibe that's in this
It's
place.
fun.
They have the music in the background, right? And you don't take cash out. they have a system, I don't know who developed it, but it's brilliant, where you take your phone against this little QR code, you can order right there, and then the next 5 minutes or less, the food's on your table.
And you can order from all the venues on your phone.
Gotcha. Right on. It sounds like something that's similar in terms of like I'll just call it a food court for very
exactly.
general.
In other parts of the country.
Exactly. Resorts World is opening 24,000 square foot of basically a huge courtyard that is going to be reminiscent of like the Asian markets and stuff. So I think it's a great way for businesses to combine their efforts now under one roof, because if some can't stand alone by their own product,
correct.
Right now with having those multiple businesses in there, now we're increasing our foot traffic.
And the other thing that we had talked about, and of course I have a little bit more knowledge of this because we've chatted about it, you have plans and you're exploring possibilities to have a large area that you can do all of your food prep, production, the bagels, everything, and then ship to all of your affiliated
I would love to
entities.
do that, but that takes, it's taking a bit of time, but it'll happen.
And that's where, our earlier guest, Rob, with putting together financing through the programs that he has and the grants available.
Right on.
I should talk to him.
You should talk to him.
Absolutely. No, it's a great idea. I mean, with everything that's available.
We have a call coming
We
in.
do have a call coming in, and
Oh,
I know,
wow.
I know who it is. Thank you for calling Twin Brothers, Terry. How are you?
Hi, happy Easter weekend and Passover, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you. Chef Sonia's with us. Terry, have you eaten at any of her establishments yet?
No, but I have a question for her.
Okay.
I've always wanted to make a mean poached egg for a great Eggs Benedict. I went to a New York diner years ago that had an Eggs Benedict with a salmon. It was delicious. I just cannot seem to get the poached egg. It falls apart. Do you
And
have
you're going to ask
secret
a
for
chef
that?
to give up her secrets? I
No,
don't
no,
think-
there's
Oh,
no secret.
come on.
So
about it.
I do know for us we just put a pot of water. I don't use vinegar. I think that contrary to popular belief, I don't like the way the vinegar makes the egg taste, and I think it's really
Okay.
important for you to have your water boiling and then just put in the eggs gently and let it cook for about 2 minutes or 3, and just you can decide how you want your yolks to be and then pull it out.
Is
That's
there
it, and
trick
use
to
a
it, though?
slotted
Does the egg
spoon.
already? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Go
Does
ahead.
the egg already be at room temperature? I mean, does that make a difference, or?
No, as long as your eggs are fresh. I think, so I highly recommend you get organic eggs.
Okay.
Terry, Dorothy and I will have to take you down sometime when you come up to visit the house, and we'll go for breakfast.
We are serving
Excellent.
Eggs Benedict tomorrow with salmon, by
Isn't
the
it
way, for Easter.
Oh my gosh, I love that. It's so delicious.
Thank you.
And I just wanted, hi, Neil and Aaron. You guys just don't talk with your mouth full, okay?
I've been
Please.
trying to do it off camera. When I see the cameras on Neil, that's when I'm trying to chomp really fast. It's not easy.
I'm jealous. Those bagels look delicious.
Oh, the best,
Thank
the
you.
best
They are.
you'll have in Vegas, no question.
They're everything bagels, too. We got like 2 bags full of hot everything bagels. There you
Oh,
go.
you
Oh, wait
lucky
a minute.
dogs.
Hold on. Aaron is trying, even though this is partially eaten, Aaron's going to try to focus in on the bagel. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Let me move it up over the logo. There you go.
Unbelievable.
Partially, I mean, it is like, look how thick it is and all those seeds. And there's poppy seeds on here. So if you're going for a drug test tomorrow, you want to skip this bagel so the poppy seeds don't catch you. Right?
Oh, my
How come
favorite.
poppy
Oh
seeds?
my
I mean,
God, look at that.
it is. It's tremendous. And then you put a little schmear, you put a little
Yeah,
lox, a little
Terry,
eggs
the
on
neat
there.
That's
thing is
disgusting.
Chef's Other Place Bodega Bagel is on Fremont and 10th. It's in the test kitchen, and they're open Thursday through Sunday,
8 to 1:30, and
8
on the
to
weekends
1:30
till 2.
Till 2. It's definitely a vibe that you go in, you sit down, you have a wonderful meal. Coffee is always hot and the best. And it's just, you look around and go, boy, this is so comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Oh, I'm
downtown,
definitely
Right next
try
door
it.
to the Ferguson.
right
at
next door
11.
to Ferguson's. Yep.
I noticed Diana Waxberg is asking if Sonia has a business website.
I do. I have roosterboycafe.com and we have roosterboygranola.com. And for Bodega Bagel, we are working on it. It's not
Oh,
ready
great.
yet.
Even though it needs to
Our
be
goal-
updated, I'm looking at my co-host
Right.
there. He's going,
And we are going to definitely start an online store and shipping bagels, but that's like 6 months away.
But talk about the
nice.
granola. Because
Hang
the
on,
granola is world
hang
famous.
on one second.
Go ahead.
Since we have Terry on the phone, before we go into that, I'm glad you saw the message from Diana because I don't see it in my chat room, so I'm glad you caught that.
Oh, yeah, I could see everybody.
That's okay.
Teresa's
yeah.
in there too.
I don't know why I don't have it. I'm not seeing it. But anyway, no worries. Okay. We're going to let you go. Tomorrow's Easter, and you have something special that's dropping somewhere tomorrow, right?
The voice.
Oh, tomorrow? Today, you mean?
Today.
Or tonight,
At 2
tomorrow,
o'clock.
tomato.
Today.
Yeah, I have this guest, Neil Portnoy. Wait, no.
No,
Aaron
that's not
Phillips.
me. I did it
no,
already.
It's Neil. No, it's Aaron. Aaron Phillips is on the Sugar Shack today. It's a great episode. Everybody tune in just after Twin Brothers at 2 o'clock.
Excellent.
At
There you go.
Facebook.com, Terry Haley Official.
Does he talk as much as me?
Yeah.
But I will say, Terry,
But that's a good thing for a talk show.
that's right. So, Terry, I have to do this to Terry. She was trying so hard not to mix our names up.
Oh, yeah.
4 times.
Oh, yeah.
oh, no.
3 during the interview,
That's
1
fine.
before we started where I got your name 4
fine.
times. But I still love you, Terry. You know that.
You done messed up, Aaron.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing the world premiere at 2 p.m. Thank you so much, darling.
Oh, world premiere. Sugars, guys.
Thank you, darling.
Cheers.
Bye.
Terry Haley, one of our
Bye,
great
Sonia.
Bye. Thank you.
great supporters here as well. All right, so eggs Benedict. What's a poached egg? I mean, where did they come up with this name, poached? Can you give me the background on this? I mean,
I
like
think
deviled
it's
eggs.
just-
Why? I mean,
Well, deviled eggs are boiled, and then you hollow out the yolks, and
Okay.
you mix it, and then you fill it back in. And
Right,
So that's
okay,
a
that
deviled
makes
egg.
sense.
The poached eggs.
where's it get its name?
I don't know. You haul something
a-
out and you put it back in. Wait, my mind just went left field.
That's like twice baked potatoes.
Yeah, well, why do you...
Oh, I love those.
I love them
make
too,
those.
But
Why
the
do you
name of
bake
that
them
makes
twice?
sense. It's a twice baked potato. Poached.
But
What-
that's just a cooking technique.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's
See,
a cooking term.
Gotcha.
Poached is?
Yeah.
Even
You
though it
can
usually
poach
means to
fish.
steal, right?
Well,
Doesn't
you can
poach.
poach fish. Did you know that?
What, you poach fish?
You
Yeah,
can
see, you
poach
didn't know
fish.
But poaching means to steal, right? Doesn't
Right,
I
yeah.
poached this from you? I poached second base, whatever. Normally.
Okay, yeah, no, not
Yeah,
in the
not in
kitchen.
this case.
Not in this case.
Not in this case. I want to go back. I mean, when did you know? Obviously, you said earlier that you cooked with mom in the kitchen, and I think that's the way a lot of people learn how to mess around in the kitchen by watching. When did you know that the culinary arts was for you? What was the aha moment that you said, you know what? I could do this for a living and make a name for myself and be successful.
When I was in high school, I sat on the school board and I represented our district, all the 5 high schools. And I would go to the meetings once a month, and I would always bring quiche. And everybody, so from then on, everybody would, when they'd see me, they'd say, "What did you bring this time?
Oh, yeah.
What are we eating this time?"
sure.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I wanted to study sociology or psychology, and I did it for 1 semester in New York, and I was like, no, I'm going to go to the New York Restaurant School.
Your quiche has won awards, correct?
Well, we got voted best quiche when we first opened up, and people buy our quiche all the time.
Yep. Talk about the granola.
Well, I've always made granola because I was when I worked in the kitchen. I was a pastry chef, and so we always made granola in the hotels that I worked in. And in Mexico City, a lot of people started buying granola to take back to Argentina or Ecuador, wherever they were going back to. And
They were turned around from the fence, or they just went the other way, or because now they're all going toward the fence.
Send your
I lived in
emails-
Mexico City, so it was easy.
Send
they
your
flew
email
home.
to Neil at okay.
So then I started making granola, and I decided that when I was living there that I was going to start a brand because I wanted to make brands that work for me as I got older in the kitchen. Rooster Boy Granola started. The boy is my son Amani, and then Rooster, because of my mother, had these beautiful pewter roosters, and I know, Neil, you've seen them at my house in the
Yes.
living room.
Yep.
That's how the name Rooster, and I like the way it rang, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we get invited over to our house, Dorothy and I, for New Year's Eve, right? Spur of the moment. What are you guys doing? Nothing. We're going to hang out. Come on over. We'll get the band together. And very eclectic guests, very small group that were at the house.
Right.
Caviar, oysters on the half shell.
Hey, it's New Year's Eve.
That's right.
I mean, the best steak I've ever eaten. I took 3 of them. She didn't notice. She thought I only had 2.
You took
I
'em
took
home?
3 of them.
You took 'em home?
You sit there and go, how freaking great is this? World-class chef. I'm sitting in her home, chatting with everybody, and having a ball. And,
Yeah.
and I made New Year's that year.
You made it to the.
He didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Good for. I don't even remember what I mean. Listen, this New Year's was so non-memorable. I don't even know. I don't even remember what I did. Although I do know is at 9 o'clock our time because we're originally from Jersey.
Right.
It's already New Year's for me. My
Correct.
body is like it's 9 o'clock. Okay, 9:05. I think
We
I
all
was out
watched the
cold.
ball drop.
Right,
and
exactly.
Right.
But you know what? Even this year, there wasn't really a whole lot of excitement. There was nobody in Times Square.
Nope.
You know,
Very different.
the coverage of it seemed really off. But no, it's good. I mean, listen, you do it, you share, and you have a good time. That,
Hey,
right? I mean,
let's talk a little bit about the future. You know, we've talked
I need a
about
vacation.
Listen, when you work for yourself, as you know, you need a vacation.
Yeah.
Because you're always working. Even when you're not on the clock, you're still on the clock. The mind's going, what do I got to do? How do I got to prepare? You're running two different places now. Talking about a third place for distribution and preparation. What's next? What do you see next? What's the end game ultimate Chef Sonia's going to do?
I would love to have Rooster Boy have another location that actually serves beer and wine, which would really be fun for
Live entertainment?
I know you want that.
I do want that.
So why don't you just sing next week when you can?
no,
not happening.
no. All the
No,
dogs in the
I-
neighborhood will fall over
I
dead.
don't know that I want live entertainment, but I really want to have a restaurant that has 4 walls and that we can fit 30 people inside.
Sure.
I think our biggest challenge with our restaurant is that it's a patio, it's
Right.
beautiful, but when it's cold, it's a disaster.
When it's windy.
Yes, when it's
it's a
windy,
challenge.
it's
Yeah,
absolutely.
uncomfortable.
All right, I got. We're up against our last break of the show already. Can you believe it?
No.
Okay, well,
I never can.
It says 12:42.
Oh.
We're only on till 1. I would love to stay longer, but
I
I have
know.
to be at Angel Park afterwards.
Oh, you're going to the golfing thing.
Well, it's pretty much over, but I was told by Lisa I have to go up there
Yeah.
because Andy's buying us lunch.
Great.
Oh.
So I got to go. I'm under orders from not my wife. I'm under orders from Lisa. She's up there. All right, Henderson Writers Group functions by the motto, Writers Helping Writers. They do every spring at the Las Vegas Writers Conference. And of course, the conference offers 3 days of comprehensive workshops and panel discussions covering every aspect and genre of writing fiction and nonfiction. Whether you want to pitch your work to an agent, set up a marketing platform, or simply learn the ins and outs of self-publishing, the Las Vegas Writers Conference has what you need, and for only $149, you're getting the best bang for your buck. The conference, April 8th through 10th. Now, if you can't it's all online. If you can't watch it live online, don't worry about it. They are recording it, so you will have access to it for 2 weeks after the live conference is closed and done. So you have nothing to lose. Check it out. LasVegasWritersConference.com. Bring your book forward to those that can help you.
I think after the break, I've had a rethinking. We got to do our segment.
Of course.
Chef.
I was going to do it anyway.
know
You're
you
watching
are.
Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. We'll be back in 60.
Sugar Shack. I was a crazy little shack beyond the tracks, and everybody called it the Sugar Shack. Well, it's just a coffee house and it's made out of wood. Espresso coffee tastes mighty good. That's not the reason why I gotta get back up to that Sugar Shack.
Hey, I'm Frankie Citro. Some of you guys thought I was kidding when I told you to tune in on Saturdays to my friends and my pals, their show, Twin Brothers for Different Mothers. So I promised you if you didn't tune in, I'd come visit you maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, I kept my promise to some of you people. Now those same people, they get ready on Thursday for Saturday's show. So now listen, guys, when I tell you trust me on this, tune in on Saturdays to Twin Brothers with Different Mothers. It's a current, topical, and most important, a fun show with great guys. Don't let me have to tell you again. Gavish.
That's Twin Brothers from Different Mothers every Saturday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific right here on our Facebook page, Go Live Vegas, or twinbrothers.vegas. Thank you, Frankie. All right, welcome back to Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. That's Neil, I'm Aaron. Or in Terry Haley's case, I'm Neil, that's Aaron.
Right.
Chief, thank you for watching. One of my co-hosts from Thoughts Count Anywhere is saying that he's thankful that you and I have finally brought some class to the show by having the beautiful Chef Sonia on today.
Woohoo!
So, thank you.
She's
thank you,
available.
Chief.
Oh, whoa!
Wow. Thank you for watching,
Come on,
everybody.
Neil.
All right, now is the part of the show where we get to know Chef Sonia a little bit differently than all the business acumen that we've just shared over the last 30 or so minutes.
Hey, I just got to say one thing really quick.
I'm on a roll. You always
I
stop me when I'm
but
on a roll.
a big shout out to her. Easter weekend, and she took the time off to come into. Do our
Absolutely,
show.
yeah.
Okay,
we
go ahead.
appreciate that. Happy, what I almost said Hanukkah. Don't ask me why. Passover last night, tonight, and of course Easter's. Yes, thank you, because you've got to be busy cooking meals
Yeah,
for
I
people.
gotta go
right?
back and
Absolutely.
cook.
All right, it is now time for Getting to Know You. This is the part of the show where I ask you about.
3, 2, and now you're on.
This is the part of the show where I ask you about 12 to 15 rapid fire questions. The first thing that comes to mind is the answer we want. No phone a friend. Can't ask for help, and you can't. Well, you can pass and come back to it.
No.
If
Okay.
you need time to think. All right, with that, here's the first question. Favorite all-time actor?
Sidney Poitier,
Favorite all-time actress?
Jodie Foster,
Ooh, another good one.
Also nice one. Favorite all-time movie, so that when it comes on your TV screen, you're popping your favorite popcorn, grabbing your favorite adult beverage, grabbing your favorite significant other, and that movie is what?
I have to pass.
All right, we'll come
I'm
back.
gonna come back.
We'll come back to that one. All right. Favorite genre of music?
I love all types of music, so I don't have a favorite.
Which one do you
But-
like to listen to the most?
I like French music.
Romantic.
Like no, not romantic, but like, you know,
Violins and
no,
cello.
like Serge Gainsbourg.
Ooh,
I think I went to school with him. I'm not sure.
played shortstop for the Mets back in the
Exactly.
60s.
Next,
All right, so next. Favorite all-time song, so that when it comes on your car radio, you don't care what anybody's seeing when when they're looking into your car. You are bebopping to what song?
I love Beyonce's "Love on Top."
Okay. All right. Disclaimer here: we are not regulated by the FCC, so you can fully answer this question to your heart's desire. Favorite all-time curse word?
Fuck.
All right. How is that being French?
Fucking French.
No.
Or in any of the
putain.
other, or any of the other 1,000 languages that you speak?
Putain is another one I say a lot. My
What is
staff, putain, it's like shit, like merde,
Oh, okay.
putain,
All right. We're multicultural around here. What do I
How
know?
do you say it?
putain,
Utah?
putain.
Utah.
It's
There
not
you go.
pewter. Don't say pewter. That's that
I
R.
did
from
with
you.
an accent.
I know you did. All right. If money were no object, what would be the dream car that you'd like to see parked in front of your house, presuming you don't already have it?
A vintage Mercedes convertible with 4-door from the 70s.
She hasn't thought about this
It's not,
too
an,
much.
it's not an SL because that's a 2-door. I didn't know the.
It's not a Stipe, is it?
I don't know. It just reminds me of all the cars in Lebanon when I was.
Oh,
growing
there you
up.
go.
Is it a Stipe?
I know that Andre Balaj has
You
it,
know what a Stipe
and
is?
it's beautiful. No.
S-type.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Geechee. We got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, Geechee guy. Did
If a
that.
movie were to be made about your life, who would you like to see star in the starring role as you?
Gillian Anderson. Scully.
Scully from
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
that movie. Best vacation ever taken?
For someone who's been all over the world.
I know. Right.
I'm gonna go with Paris, and in 2000, right after 9/11, 2001.
Okay, what made it memorable that one?
I went with one of my best girlfriends, and we
Okay.
decided to just go to Paris because tickets were so cheap.
Oh, there you go.
And we drank champagne and ate foie gras and had a fabulous time. So
What's
it was
a faux gras?
what?
What's faux gras?
It's the goose liver.
A goose liver.
Okay, I'll teach you later.
All right.
Be quiet. And then we just had a beautiful time. It was an amazing time.
All right, bucket list vacation, someplace you haven't been to yet that you want to.
I'd like to go to Mongolia, and I'd like to go to.
I like their beef.
I'd like to go to Australia. Oh no, New Zealand.
New Zealand. Terry says, by the way, that the actress that she mentioned, oh no, the one who you selected for starring for you, she played Margaret Thatcher in the movie The Crown.
And she was amazing as Margaret Thatcher.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Still don't
She's
know, but
also
okay.
in the Netflix show, The Education of Sex.
The hell was that?
Education of sex.
No, I know what she said. I was talking about the
Oh,
buzz.
you asked what it was.
Oh, there you go. Here's
I thought
Scully.
you were confused.
No.
Scully.
What's the name of the
music
TV
from
show?
X-Files.
What? X-Files. Thank you.
X-Files. Okay, I got it. I got
By the
it
way,
now.
Terry Haley, her love for you now just skyrocketed because you told Neil to be quiet.
Oh.
She loves you for that, even more so.
I just-
Okay.
I just saw it.
Bucket list vacation. Okay. This
The movie was the one I had to go back to.
Okay. Yeah, well,
no,
we
go
got
ahead,
time.
go
We'll
ahead.
come
Okay,
back
go
to it. And if we don't come up with something, not a big deal. All right, this will be interesting to hear what she says for this one. Favorite meal, top to bottom, that you like to eat, not cook, but what's your favorite meal to enjoy, top to bottom? Happy on down.
I mean, I love having. It depends. Am I allowed to have 2 meals? Okay. No.
Sure.
Well, so
You're a chef. You can do whatever you
I was
want.
going to say, cook it all into one meal, whatever you want to put out there.
this is me going out to eat.
This is you to consume, to enjoy.
Okay. I love having pasta at La Strega. The food is amazing and the service is incredible, and I have this. The cocktails are great. I love going to Other Mama and having sushi rolls and oysters and sake. And I really love eating steak free, like old school, and like I miss Baltazar so much. I'm gonna have to go back to New York to have that.
What's
Okay.
Balthazar?
It's a really nice brasserie restaurant in New York.
Is that Satan? Was that another word?
No,
name for-
Baltazar is one of the musketeers.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and Zoltar was
I
the
am
machine
learning
in the big.
so much today.
What would be your
I'm
favorite?
gonna quiz you later.
What would, what would be your favorite dessert at the end of that meal? What sweetness do you?
Profiteroles with
What-
chocolate sauce.
Oh,
Old school. I like old school.
Yeah, but I think that also sounds like it comes because of your background,
Yeah.
where you learned to cook and everything as well.
She's got an amazing son, Amani, who's a football player. Just an FYI for 2 jocks.
A football player?
Oh, he's a big
Where?
kid.
Where?
He's
Still in
gonna
high school.
graduate high school in
Still in high school? What school?
18. He's in Arizona.
Oh, in Arizona. Okay, all right. We'll have to keep an eye out for him. Favorite Las Vegas themed typical thing to do that you like to do to relax? Typical Las Vegas thing.
I want to say get a massage, but I'm gonna get a lot of.
No, you're not.
Jokes.
Because Lisa Mascari, we'll hook you up for.
We'll
You want a
hook you up for
massage?
one.
Lisa Mascari is the owner and partner of Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa in East Silverado. She's a sponsor of our show. She allows us with some control to hand out massages. You
Oh,
want
great.
one? We got
I love
you.
it.
You got it.
Love
You got
massage.
it. Terrific. All right, Lisa, if you're listening, I'll talk to you. Okay. Now, obviously, because you traveled the world, many people, I'm sure, reach out to you who want to come visit Vegas. When they come, what do you recommend that they do?
I love going to Red Rock, going to the Wynn, hang out at my house and relaxing. and
Okay.
Going out to
With
eat.
Zeus the dog.
Zeus.
No, Zorro.
Yeah, him too. Zorro the dog.
Zorro the
I always say
Destroyer.
Zeus.
All right.
Always say Zeus.
The next question is the ultimate, most important question that you have to get right. Batman or Superman?
Batman.
100% correct, ladies and
Right.
gentlemen.
He's a huge
Do you know
Batman.
why? Because
Why?
my son calls me on his phone. My name is Batman, and he's Robin on my phone, and he put that in. So
How about that, huh?
thank you, Amani.
Love it. All right, 2 more questions, then you'll be off the hot seat. If you were not doing what you do today, what other career would you like to try?
Film production. I'd like to. I'm a producer in my own sense
Sure.
of my head.
Sure.
I produce, like, my restaurant is a production. Food is a production.
Absolutely.
Creating a space is a production. I like production.
You know the guy that yells, the Hell's Kitchen guy?
Yeah.
Female version.
Really?
Oh, thank you.
Female,
that's-
I'm telling you, it's.
But that's
we
not-
used to go to the restaurant for the show.
Oh, no,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
it's a
Before you
show.
used to get a show.
Right.
I stopped doing the show.
Right.
I will actually see Lisa within the hour, so I'll make sure we get that taken care of. All right, last question of the. By the way, I know somebody else who could probably help you with film production. His name is also Aaron here at Go Live Vegas, because that's what he's done for many, many years as well. All right, last question. When the time comes for you to reach the pearly gates and the maitre d' is at the door waiting for you to come through, what do you want to hear from that maitre d' before you walk through the gates?
Your VIP table is ready.
Nice.
There you have it. Perfect. Absolutely
Oh,
perfect.
movie.
If you want to go back to it, I'll give
An
you the-
American in Paris.
Now, why? See, now that's logical. She loves Paris.
She loves Paris.
That makes perfect sense.
And I love Gene Kelly.
Yeah.
And that was the first movie I saw in Lebanon when I was
Does
12.
he dance in the movie or? I never saw
What
the
is
movie.
wrong with you?
I never saw the movie.
Diane Lopez says hello from South Beach. Thank you, Diane. We appreciate you.
She's with family. He dances in that one, right?
He's
What-
amazing. An
What
American
movie
in
does
Paris.
Gene Kelly not dance in?
That's what I mean,
Well,
is
he's no longer with us, right? He recently passed
Correct.
away. But
So he's no,
That is
he's
an
not-
amazing
dancing
movie.
now.
Dancing
You
now.
need. You know what? I'm gonna give it. We're gonna
Give it
watch
to Dorothy. She'll force
all right,
me to
before we
watch
say
it.
goodbye, I just want to remind everybody to please visit Thoughts Count, not Thoughts Count Anywhere. You can visit that one too. It's been a long day. Twinbrothers.Vegas website. Jeez Louise. I'm so out of it today. I've lasted. I got 5 more minutes. Visit our website, twinbrothers.Vegas. Click on the shop tab. Check out all of our merch.
Where your thoughts will count everywhere.
They'll count everywhere. Everybody's thoughts count.
That's right. So I want to
Yes.
get some contact info.
That's
How
Singing
people.
in the Rain, though.
Yes, let's give
Yes.
some contact information, website, phone numbers. I know you're on Facebook. Let people know how to
We
reach
are
out.
on Instagram, Facebook. You can call the restaurant, and you're gonna.
What's the number of the restaurant?
I don't have my phone. That's where I have it kept.
You don't know the
I
number?
think it's 702-560-2483. But you could look it up.
Google
I'm
it.
sorry.
Google
Yeah,
it.
just
Hit
Google.
button 3 in your contacts because that's all the hell she does. 3.
I don't know what my phone numbers are
So
anymore.
you can reach us at Rooster Boy Cafe. You can leave messages at roosterboygranola.com. And you can also reach us on Instagram for Rooster Boy Granola, Bodega Bagel, and Rooster Boy Cafe.
That's a mouthful.
Let me tell you something. The first time you go to either of the 2 restaurants will not be the last time you go to either
Well, listen,
of the 2
we
restaurants.
need to continue marketing and promoting this.
Yes.
There's only
Thank
one
you,
way to do that.
gentlemen.
Advertising.
Advertise.
We'll talk down the road.
I know you will.
We'll talk
Thank you
about
for joining us, Chef.
Thank you.
Hope you had a good time.
I had a good time.
You survived.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
We
I
will
really enjoyed it.
We will let you go because, listen, Easter weekend, you're swamped.
Yep.
Right now, you ain't where you need to be because they're running the place and
They do a great job.
they do a wonderful job.
So with that, we only have a couple minutes, so hang tight. Well, let's get out of here 2 minutes early so we can do that. Final thoughts,
Final
sir.
thoughts, Red Sox 0-1, Yankees 0-1, season has started.
Okay.
Amen.
I got my first shot this week. COVID first shot.
Any hair growing on your chest? Or how far?
Oh my
never
God! Are
mind.
you going to tell him that joke?
Yeah, I already know it. I already know it. That's not a good thing when people already know the jokes and he says, "Did you tell me?" Yeah, he's already told
There
me.
you go.
I did have one little minor side effect. I had trouble, like right now, it's still sore, crossing my arm.
Really?
CrossFit workout.
What
was
did
a
you get,
pain in-
Pfizer?
Yes, Cashman Field. I
Well-
remember going to Cashman Place
Yeah.
when they used to have events and
Sure.
art fairs. Now the cattle lines and the way they have that set up is.
I told that joke to the woman giving me the needle after she gave me the
good.
needle.
See, that's smart. That is very smart right there. All right. Final thoughts is good, Chef. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Check
I
it
had a
out.
great
Check her
time.
out. Bodega Bagel, Rooster Boy Cafe up in Desert Shores. I'm Aaron Phillips. Be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all we have. Have a great week. We'll see you next week right here on Twin Brothers. Thank you, everybody.